Hey, this is Lee, and it's just a few minutes until the Super Bowl, and I promised myself I was going to get this done before the weekend ended, and I obviously, after the Super Bowl, is not the right time to do this, so I'm squeezing it in now. I'll probably send it to you on Monday. But this is a real from the heart kind of an update about Trade Unafraid and where we're at. Why are we doing this video? I had a call with a user on Friday just before the market closed, and it was a great call. I really appreciated his input. And so what he said is he said some very nice things about Trade Unafraid. He said it's very impressive. And he asked, why isn't it flying off the shelves? Which I've asked myself many times. He acknowledged it's incredibly powerful, it's very fast. And what we wondered is it actually exposing traders' lack of edge? And since it will trade your trade plan perfectly, and is what's happening is that it's revealing to people that they don't have a trade plan that should be replicated or should be traded frequently. So, really, a very thought provoking conversation. And so, anyway, that's why I'm doing this video. And my picture's in the way here. There you go. So, if I can get philosophical for a bit, I've been working a lot on marketing. And so, I've been posting on Twitter or X a lot lately. And I've been trying to find my voice as far as how do I talk about Trade Unafraid. And one of the things is that I'm of this opinion that people are not cut out for trading. If you read a lot of trading coaches and books, people have to twist themselves into a pretzel to be a trader. You basically have to overcome your nature, which, given a tool like Trade Unafraid, that no longer makes sense. There are people who talk about focusing on your strengths, not trying to build up your weaknesses or compensate for your weaknesses. That's the kind of stuff that you should outsource. So here we have this software product that will compensate for your weaknesses, assuming that you struggle as any other human being with the emotional aspects of trading, psychology, discipline, patience, hopium, fear, and greed, obviously. All of these things make trading very difficult, and people will say it's 80% psychological or even higher. So, what Trade Unafraid allows you to do is you do the things that you're good at, pattern recognition and just the science. I really see this as bringing the scientific method to trading. So you can have a hypothesis, you can test it, you can then refine it, tweak it. So let the software do the stuff that you're not so good at. And I'm speaking for myself. This is why Trade Unafraid exists, is because I'm not a good trader. I get very wrapped up in the emotions, although I must say that I'm getting much better at it. And part of that is because I've been using Trade Unafraid. It's like I've gotten very good at cutting losers, not letting hopium affect my decision making. I've gotten very intimate with the equation for expectancy, which I didn't put it in here, but I've written about it. Expectancy is your win rate times your average winner, the size of your average winner, minus your lose rate times the average size of your loser. So, what's really interesting about that is your win rate, you have a very narrow range of possible win rates. Let's say, excuse me, anywhere from 40 to 80%. You can potentially win with a low win rate as long as your winners compensate for your losers. You don't really have control over your win rate. You have control over the size of your winners and the size of your losers. The trading industry tries to sell people win rates. They sell them indicators and setups and systems that are really focused on when to get in. And no matter what that system is, no matter what the indicator or whatever, it's going to be wrong a certain percentage of the time and a decent percentage of the time. I see Trade Unafraid as the lever that gets people to stop focusing on win rate and start focusing on true money management For all of 2023, I've been doing testing of systems and gathering all that data. And actually, that data is going to be available to you if you are a subscriber at the time when we have this cutoff. So I'll get into that. So the system that I've been trading is stupidly, the entry is so trivial. I'm entering on 1 minute outside bars. So I'm assuming that when a 1 minute candle goes outside, meaning that it's broken one side of the prior candle, now it's breaking the other side, that there's going to be some follow through. It's the dumbest system ever. I don't know what the win rate is. I haven't actually looked very closely at that. But I've been focusing on the trade plan that actually manages the position. I just wanted lots and lots of entries. And so that gave me lots and lots of entries. Imagine if you applied this kind of position management to a setup that really did have some edge. That's why I say I'm trying to bring the scientific method to trading. So the first thing I want to announce is that we're going to start a Trade Unafraid user group. It's been a small user community, but we have a community of users. Some of you have been subscribers for 2 years or more. And I know I use Trade Unafraid, obviously, every day. I actually use it on two different systems. One is manual trading, and the other is automated or algo trading. And it works for me. So, out of this call with a user, the idea or the question came up, who else is it working for? And what are they doing? Nobody's really communicating how they use it or how well it's working for them. But if you've been subscribing, then obviously you're getting something out of it. We're going to start sharing ideas, assuming you guys are willing, which I hope you are. Talking about tips, about how best to use it, even sharing trade plans. And then there's also the data analysis part, which I'm going to talk about in the next slide, and hopefully sharing that as well. And then I've been wanting to do this for a while, start an algo trading mastermind. I don't know if this is going to be part of the user group or if it's going to be separate. It depends on how much content we have and how much time we need to cover everything. But we'll at least get it started in this first meeting. I'm proposing that we have this first meeting Tuesday, which is 2 days after the Super Bowl, right after the market closes. Let's start at 4:15 Eastern, and we'll just see how it goes. I've been working on data science, and you may have seen some videos. You may have seen I did a couple of challenges, and I have made this mistake of letting perfect be the enemy of good in this case. There's a lot of really good information, or I've mined a lot of good data out of what I've already done. There's so many things I'd like to do, but I'm tired of not just putting this in your hands and letting you put it to use. This is going to be coming out soon, hopefully this week. And I mentioned before the different Trade Unafraid use cases. There's a spectrum where it can be just your wingman. So I do a lot of, it's not truly discretionary trading, but I'm in a couple of trading rooms. I'm actually in two trading rooms at the same time, which, believe me, is not easy. And I wouldn't be able to do it without Trade Unafraid. But because it offloads so much of the work, I'm able to actually trade all these different things at the same time. The first hour of the day is pretty hectic, but it's my wingman. But I also use it for pure algo trading, like hands off. I have repeating trade plans that just run, and it will do all these things for you. And somewhere in the middle, it is a spectrum. There are times when I just set up a trade plan and I let it go. And there are other times where I'll, add a stop, I'll add to the position, I'll see some support and I'll add a stop to the underlying price on the stock chart. There are various things I do. So that's why I say along this spectrum, there are times when I use it almost like a regular trading platform, and other times that I'm using a lot more of the automation, adding more tactics. But the bottom line is this feedback loop of trade plans, then the data science, the analytics, and then refining the trade plans, that feedback loop should easily make Trade Unafraid pay for itself. that is one of the goals going forward, is showing people how they can easily put it to use and just make passive income from it. We're going to start sharing some trade plans that do that and the data science that goes along with it. And hopefully, the user group or the algo mastermind will help to continue to improve that and enhance it. Now, one other thing that I want to talk about, it may not be 100% uh, relevant here, but I want to show you this because in 2017, I was doing the best trading I've ever done. And so these are real trades. This is not nothing paper trading here. This is real money. I was actually trading my parents' account. It had $100,000 in it. And you can see over 4 months in 2017, starting June 1st to October 1st, and went a little past. I look at that steady equity curve. Isn't that a beautiful thing? It got up to somewhere around 112,000, a little bit higher than that. That's one account. This is another account that was equally beautiful. And then this was the account that made me take this beautiful system and shelve it. And I still regret that I did it. And there's a reason why I'm bringing this up. So you can see that things got a little scary here. All of a sudden, and if I remember correctly, it was crude oil that had some serious stuff start going on in this part of the year. And that's what scared me away. Now, I have learned some things about what I was doing, and I can improve this. And I'm actually now back to trading using this strategy. The reason it's in this talk about Trade Unafraid is because I really want to automate this. And this talk about paying for itself. This would be a no brainer, truly. Um, the problem is I can't get this done given all that's on my plate. Now we get to the path forward. I need help. I need software developers to help me. It's just not a one man job. And to do that, I need revenue. I'm working a lot on marketing. I've got a marketing agency that is working on the script for a video. There is going to be some experimentation with pricing, but whatever we decide on, if you're a subscriber prior to all that coming out, which is probably in the next few weeks to a month, I guess. So you can figure probably by March 15th or so, that's when things are going to change. But you'll be grandfathered into whatever pricing you have. I will include you as part of the algo trading mastermind, even though that's going to be a premium thing, and I'll include you in the premium data analysis. I think there's going to be a basic version and a premium version. And so if you're a subscriber before the cutoff date, then you'll be grandfathered into all of that. I also have been contacted by at least a couple of users recently asking about an affiliate program. It is available. So if that interests you, let me know. So that's this is kind of a just state of the union, and I just wanted to thank you very much for being here, sticking it out through a really some tough growing pains. I know that Trade Unafraid is not where I thought it would be after all this time. I blame that on myself and my lack of skill at marketing. I'm hoping that's about to change and finally put us on the map and help me to continue to improve the product. There's some really exciting things that will be implemented if we can get money to hire some developers and get some help. So I really thank you for putting up with what it's like to do business with a company that is bootstrapping and underfunded. I'm very grateful to Ethan and Dylan for getting me to the point we're at, where it's usable. I use it every day. Others use it every day. It's not perfect. I really sincerely thank you for putting up with us. And I hope you will be handsomely rewarded and very happy for having stuck with us through this lean time, and that the future is very bright for all of us. I hope you enjoyed the Super Bowl, and I hope the Chiefs won. And I guess that's it. Happy trading, and we'll talk soon, hopefully on Tuesday. All right. Thanks a lot. Bye bye.